we have essentially taken care of the field from grass cutting and cleaning and all that good stuff. Well, all the schools in the county tend to have a very, very, very nice baseball field, and Flaherty is super complex, but it needs a lot of maintenance. And we have been talking about, and there's no board approval for this, please, I don't want anybody to mistake what we're saying, but we would like to enter into a long-term lease of 20 years with the possibility of an automatic renewal for another 20 years. Because, and I'll let Joe explain to you a little bit further what we'd like to do. Now, in these bullet points that we talked about, we also talked a little bit about maybe some ownership interest at some point. Mr. Sad mentioned to me before these proceedings started, maybe he had an idea on transferring some property. But we're here tonight primarily to request from this honorable council to extend our lease for 20 years with an automatic renewal upon notice, and the lawyers can figure all that out, don't worry about that. But that's what we're going to propose to the board tonight, or council, excuse me, and I'll let Mr. Ambrosini give you some more details.
Steph, am I okay?
You're good, Joe.
All right. Hey, how this all come about, again, thank you for having us here, I appreciate it. But the district right now is talking about making some major improvements to its athletic facilities. One of them being, and you'll see some things starting to occur in the summer at Taggart Stadium. But the other area that we're looking at right now is boys baseball field and girls softball field. And currently we have a lease, well, I shouldn't say currently, it ran out in December of 21 with the city of Newcastle, and it was a 5-year lease. Right now we're looking at putting in a sizable investment into Flaherty Field, and the board's concern, my concern, Chuck's concern, probably everyone else's concern would be if we don't have a long-term lease and in 5 years an opportunity comes up for the city to say, hey, if we get rid of this property, we have an opportunity to make $1 million or $5. So we're kind of hesitant to do something major, and it would be totally used for the kids. I mean, as you see it today, it's just going to be renovated and be a lot nicer. And I listed some items, what we're talking about doing. I don't have to read them to you, but that would be the #1 priority. I talked to Stephanie throughout this, probably the last month, 4 or 5 times. I spoke with Teddy a few times as well. The other items that I have under future discussions are something that, we could talk about later down the line, down the road. Is it possible for, now currently in the lease, if you look at it, we take care of all the maintenance. We pay the utilities. We work really well with the city, with Public Works. We work good with one another. But we also use the back of Flaherty Field right now for our cross-country team. So we're doing a lot with it. And we appreciate all of that, because without it, I don't know where we play varsity baseball right now. So in the future, a couple things, and I'll be quick here. Is if it's possible, and Chuck mentioned, right, when he started making his comments, that our board would have to agree and council would have to agree. So these are just some things that I was asked to bring forward. One of them being is, if there's an opportunity to deed a portion of the Flaherty Field complex that we currently operate now over to the district. And the back side of the field would remain the city's, and they would maintain ownership of it. Another option would be to take it all over. And we would take it all, we do everything for it that we needed to do, including all the maintenance, security, lighting, and all that stuff. And the reason for that is at some point, I think that the board in conversation, at least initially, things can change overnight as everyone knows, is to build some type of complex back there for girls softball. And then we would have the baseball, softball right next to each other. The other thing would be to, I don't know if I covered them all or not, but city provides a lease extension. Okay, that would be the other thing. If you didn't want to get rid of the deed, and I know Teddy was going to look into this to see if we could even deed, that's like Chuck said, that's the attorney talk, to see if we could even do portions or deed the property over because it was left by the Flaherty family. So I don't even know if those are possibilities. I just wanted to throw them out there. Not the immediate need of Newcastle Area School District, But that's all I really have. If you guys have any questions for Chuck or I certainly will try my best to answer them.